Transcript. When I first bought the house on Willow Creek Lane, I thought I was just settling into a cozy suburban life. The two-story brick house had a perfect picket fence, a neat lawn, and a driveway that could fit 3 cars comfortably. What I didn't realize was that my perch wasn't just a home. It was the key to owning the entire neighborhood. Let me back up. Willow Creek started as a small development in the early 2000s. It was marketed as a boutique community with 50 homes nestled around a private park and lake. The homeowners association was small but tight-knit, keeping up with lawn care, events, and crucially, parking rules. I moved in with my 2 cars, a motorcycle, and a couple of friends who visited often. The HOA never had an issue until the new board took over 2 years ago. They introduced community enhancement fees and started scrutinizing parking like it was the end of civilization. One afternoon, I received a formal notice from the HOA president, a woman named Linda, a real Karen type, claiming I was violating the vehicle limit policy. Apparently, my driveway and yard had too many cars parked, which was a breach of the HOA bylaws. The letter threatened fee hikes and fines if I didn't reduce the number of vehicles immediately. I was baffled. I only own 2 vehicles, so I called the HOA to clarify. "Mr. Benson," Linda said sharply, "this isn't about ownership. It's about appearances and community standards. The bylaws limit parking to 2 vehicles per household, and your lot regularly exceeds this." I paused. "Linda, I have 2 vehicles. The rest of the cars are visitors or neighbors." "Well, the neighbors should find parking elsewhere," she insisted. I ended the call suspicious. The whole thing smelled off. So I dug into the county records and my own paperwork. What I discovered blew my mind. I wasn't just the owner of my house and lot. The original developer had sold everything, the 50 homes and surrounding land, to me in a bulk deal decades ago. I'd only purchased the single property for convenience, but legally the entire subdivision was held under my name. The HOA had been collecting fees and enforcing rules without my knowledge, acting as if they owned the neighborhood. That afternoon, I invited the HOA board to my house for a meeting. They arrived smug and ready to lecture. I pulled out the deeds, tax records, and the bulk sale
यो
contract.
दोस्तों होंडा सिटी
"Linda,
अब जापान
this
जा रही है
neighborhood isn't yours
पाकिस्तान
to
से
regulate.
डायरेक्ट एक्सपोर्ट पर है
It's mine. The HOA has no legal grounds to impose fees or rules on me without my consent." They exchanged nervous glances. "I'm happy to work with the community," I continued, "but I won't be bullied or fined over too many cars on land I own." Linda stammered. We weren't aware." "Well, now you are." The HOA scrambled to revise their bylaws and contacted their lawyers, but it was too late. The community realized the entire HOA was operating without the real owner's blessing. Within weeks, I dissolved the HOA's authority. The fees stopped. The community enhancement nonsense was dropped. I established a simple neighborhood association focused on maintenance and social events without the power to control personal property or parking. The neighbors, they breathed a sigh of relief. Now they park freely, host block parties, and enjoy the neighborhood without fear of arbitrary fees. Me, I still have more cars than most. A classic pickup, my daily driver, and a couple of vintage project cars in the garage, all perfectly legal. The HOA board learned a hard lesson. Never mess with the guy who owns the whole. Let me know if you need an audio script, video prompt, or image prompt based on this.